Hello everyone! Today I'm gonna do something a little bit different. One of my favorite things to ask people are, what are the stupid things that you used to do when you were younger? For me, when I was in high school, middle school, my friends and I, we used to do a bunch of stupid things just to keep ourselves entertained, like, go outside, hang out, do crazy things out there, like maybe play baseball with a bat and a basketball, stupid things like that. And it's kind of upsetting that nowadays you really don't see kids doing the stupid things that we used to do, but some of the stupid things that we used to do, I would never recommend anyone to do because they were completely idiotic. But I had a blast doing it, so it's just great memories for me. Some of the stupid things that we used to do mostly were in the winter, but one of the things that we did in the summer was we found a creek near my house, and it was, we brought rafts and we went onto this creek, and we'd have to like hop out of the creek, get back onto the creek because there were like branches and all this stuff. And it was kind of like a lazy river type deal. But the things that were lurking in this creek were like leeches and stuff, so we would ride it. Maybe we rode it about 5 times, and we'd take it over a mile through all of these, throughout like a bunch of things. People would like see us on like a bridge or something and be like, what the hell are these kids doing? Other stupid things that we did, during the winter, we would put giant snowballs in the middle of the road, and there was like 5 of us, so these snowballs were massive. They were probably like 5 feet in diameter, maybe smaller here and there depending on the day. But there was this one guy, he saw us sitting in the woods like watching for cars to go, and he reverses in his giant truck, he reverses it, and he flies through it, like bulldozing all of them down, and then gets out of his car and then just starts chasing us. We were shocked, and we had to run for it, because holy crap. Other things that we did, we had this game that we would play in the woods. It was called Super Mario, and maybe one of these days I'll go back home and I'll like show you what we used to do in a video, cause we'd be in this in the woods, obviously, cause there's a bunch of woods and lakes by my house, and we jumped from higher terrain to lower terrain over like creeks and stuff. And one time I jumped over the creek and I face planted into a thorn bush, and I just started bleeding, and it looked like I was like crying. But yeah, that's something I'll probably end up showing you guys on a later date. Hopefully they'll be down to do it again. I haven't gotten to see them in a while, so I don't know if they'll even be down to do it. One time we were riding our bikes, and there was this woman. She sped up when she saw us crossing the street on our bikes, and she almost hit us. We're like, we were shocked, of course, because we almost just got hit by a van. And this woman just starts yelling at us, and we're just like, well, whatever. And we start yelling back, and we start swearing at her, calling her words that we probably shouldn't have been calling her, because we were just amping up her anger. And so we had to run while she was chasing us around in her car, and we ended up going through people's backyards, riding, hoping that we'd get away from her. And we went down a road back into the woods, and we sat there and we waited. And the van came up right at the entrance of the woods and just stopped. And we were looking at her, and she was trying to see in the woods, but it was like really dark, so it was really hard for her to see. And then she drives off. We're like, okay. We waited probably about 5 minutes, and I think that was our biggest mistake. And my friends went first, and I decided that I was just gonna wait a little bit, let them go out, check it out, and I think I made the smarter move, because when they left, I left probably shortly after them, and the van pulls out of a road and starts chasing him again. Now at this point, I get on my bike and I ride as hard as I can back to my house, and then I'm sitting in my house and I'm waiting. I'm like, where are they? It's been like 7 minutes and none of them have showed up. I wonder if they got in trouble or anything. And I already know my friends back then, we would not snitch on each other. So if I was the one who got caught, I would never have ratted on them. And if they got caught, they never would have ratted on me. So I didn't really feel insecure, but I was worried for them. And next thing I know, one of my friends comes hustling down the road on his bike, and he stops. He's like, dude, I lost the rest of them. I'm like, what? And it was like this Homer Bound type thing where one at a time people would just start coming down the road like 2 minutes after one another, and we were all just like cheering because the van never was there. My favorite thing that we did, and I would never, do not do this, anyone, because it was idiotic. It was just so stupid that we even had the idea of doing it, but we were 14 years old. We didn't know any better. Well, we did know better, but the adrenaline was pumping. We weren't gonna just stop. And we saw a bunch of kids all the way across the lake. So this is probably like over half a mile, probably maybe even over a mile across the lake. There was people playing hockey, and they had a spotlight on their house that was just targeted towards the lake, so they wouldn't be able to see further out than where they were playing hockey. And we had our bikes, and we wanted to give them a little scare, like, oh, whoa, what the hell are they doing? So we got on the lake with our bikes, and we rode straight across. And we were messing with each other and trying to knock each other off our bikes. I know that several of my friends fell. We kept going, and then when we got to the other side, the hockey players were like, whoa, where did you guys come from? And why did you just ride your bike across the lake? And thinking about it now, if any of us had fallen through, it would have been over. Nobody would have known what to do. One of us could have drowned or something, because the lake wasn't. We were going over the middle of the lake. It was fun, but I would never tell anyone to do stupid things like that. That's why these are the stupid things that I've done. Another stupid thing that I've done, this was just with one of my other friends. No, this was when the school year had started, and there was the last turtle we would have found in the lake, in like a pond. And we were trying to find a way how to catch it. And we found a boat. We grab the boat, we get on the boat, take it, we catch the turtle. And then we look at the boat, and we're sinking. The boat has a hole in it, and the only thing we've got are the junk in the pond, like bottles and stuff, that we could scoop all this stuff out. Like, we didn't have enough time to get the water out. So we had to get onto the other side of the pond, lift it up, and then there was these two people who actually helped us out. They were laughing at us. And they're like, is this your boat? We're like, no, we found it, we were going to return it, but it's got a hole in it. And they're like, oh. So they helped us pull it out. And they're like, we got to return it, and the only way to get back to the other side is to go through it. So we had to get back onto the pond, go across the pond, lift the thing back the way we found it, and take off. So I was like, holy cow, that was a crazy day. I was worried because, when you sink in a pond, bad things happen because there's a bunch of seaweed and all this stuff that'll get you tangled up. So those are the stupid things that I've done, at least some of them. But I would love to hear what you guys have to say, so if you want to leave a comment down below and let me know some of the stupid things that you guys have done, that'd be great. Also, if you liked it, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe, because I'll be trying to post videos twice a week, but I've got things I gotta do, so it's gonna be kind of difficult. Probably at least get one a week done. So thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you